It started with a sister and ended with a grandmother. Halloween ends. The supposed final Halloween movie, at least until they remake it again. And, oh boy, is this a heavy watch. Funny thing is, Laurie and the Shape are actually sort of in the background, and the main plot revolves around Laurie's granddaughter, who survived that night, the previous film, falling for this guy who, a couple years prior, accidentally killed the kid he was watching. And basically the themes of this film are evil that poisons others, or perhaps stirs something that was already there. And while I think maybe it's a little too preachy for a Halloween movie, overall it was actually pretty good. I mean, you feel for the guy, you want him to be okay, but you know that maybe this might be another Michael. This guy may be another Michael. You hope against hope that the relationship with Laurie and her granddaughter doesn't break down. And you also hope that the people of Haddonfield have finally calmed down, because they've been going crazy the last couple of years. But in the end, it all comes together. No spoilers, even though there's a spoiler about whether or not Laurie and Michael will have a last confrontation. That ad spoiled it. That's why I tried to avoid those. Let's start with the look. Haddonfield looks awesome. It looks like a town that was once very Leave It to Beaver-esque, but is now starting to feel its age. It's still a functioning town, it's just kind of tired. Truth be told, I'm reminded of my hometown, and how it doesn't look like it used to. The Shape is still quite intimidating, although we finally get to see a little deterioration in the old Shatner mask. And even a little deterioration in the Shape, since he's getting on in years too. But one scene shows me that getting back to his old rhythm invigorates him in a bad way. As for Laurie, she sort of slid into a modern look that calls back to her original Halloween movie look, and I like it. It's not quite the Carrie Tate look from H2O, but now she looks like Laurie Strode fully realized. Some of the character interactions are a bit cringeworthy, mainly because people have twisted the story over the years to say Laurie was actually a bully towards a mentally handicapped guy who finally snapped. And that's not the case at all. Another theme is people trying to cast blame to make sense of a situation. An all too real problem these days. Like I said, it was a bit heavy with subplots and side stories, but overall it was a pretty good watch. Things finally came to a head at the end, and it came to not so much a satisfying end, more like a peaceful end. It was satisfying in that right. Like, Lori, her family, what little of it is left, and the town had finally achieved peace. Some people didn't get that peace, but then again, they were a lost cause. But no spoilers. So yeah, that's it for the Halloween franchise until they remake it again. I would say it was about as good as H2O. Maybe a little less epic, but still decent in its own right. But then again, nowadays you're free to choose your own timeline. So, pick your poison. Well, that's it for me. This is Mr. J signing out and reminding you, evil never dies. You can burn it, bury it, pray it dies, but it usually just rests a while. So, you have to maintain constant vigilance. But remember to live your lives and enjoy the holidays. Happy Halloween, folks. Until next year.